People are in a serious deficit of understanding how the world works, and it frustrates me. And I'd like to explain one specific case study in which that is the case, and I'll put it up as the thumbnail for this video. No one is selling water for a profit. They are selling a specific convenient access to water for profit. Like, you don't need to buy bottled water. You do not. There's no circumstance in which it would be necessary, but it is available. And so, if Nestle, Evian, Smart Water wants to sell water bottled at this specific place, usually City Taps, to you, and you're willing to pay it, they're going to do it. But additionally, food. You're not actually buying the food itself, like bread. You're not buying a loaf of bread. You're buying the convenience of not having to bake that loaf of bread yourself as well. You're paying for the labor that went into the machinery, the whatever it is that went into making that loaf of bread. And that goes for not having to slaughter your own meat, not having to make sure that it's free of parasites, not having to... You're paying for a massive amount of convenience, more than anything else when you go to the grocery store. This is important. Healthcare, additionally, you are not paying for the Band-Aid. You're paying for the convenience of being able to go get that Band-Aid whenever you want. You're paying for the ability of people without insurance to be able to go and be treated without having to pay for anything, which is a thing. Literally, you walk into any hospital, doesn't matter where it is, in the United States of America, you're bleeding, they are required by law to treat you to a point where you would be able to leave the hospital under your own power if it is possible. You're required by law to do that. Evidence of payment or not. That's one of the reasons why premiums are so high, is that there are people that take advantage of that through urgent care and emergency systems. So, convenience is a commodity, and it is very much for sale. And it's for sale as much as people are willing to pay for it. And that's the thing that people refuse to grapple with. The fact that very rarely do you ever actually pay for a thing in its abstract form. For instance, I have a utilities bill. It covers water, sewer, garbage collection. I'm not paying for any of those things in the abstract on their own. I'm paying retroactively for the maintenance of the systems that bring that stuff to me. For instance, yes, there's water taps in my house, and then water comes out of them. And it's very convenient to be able to do that. But when it gets really cold, every year now, multiple times, that water main is going to break. It's going to freeze and break, or perhaps like someone going over a specific part of the land underneath, and there's like a water main underneath the road there. It's going to collapse, and someone with a shovel, probably a steam shovel even, is going to go and they're going to dig up that thing, they're going to trench it out, they're going to replace that pipe, and I'm none the wiser. They didn't call me to do that any of the time so far. Last year was a bunch of them because how cold it was. They didn't call me. They didn't wait for me to show up to do it. They just did it. Because me paying my water bill is what affords them the resources, the ability to pay whoever it is that did do it. That's what that's for. Additionally, it's paying for the guy who's going to come by every week and collect the recycling and the garbage at an hour in which I'm still way in bed. Like, I'm not even thinking about getting up. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that person's job and the equipment they use to do it. Additionally, sewer. If you've ever had a sewer line break, you understand how much of an amazing convenience it is to have someone else have to go. Because I've actually done that work before. It sucks, let me tell you. So, given this, plus the treatment, when you flush the toilet or whatever, the water just goes away. You stop thinking about it. but someone has to retreat that water before it comes back to you. And yes, you do experience it multiple times. So you're paying for all of that. It's not just the water. So I would highly encourage people to investigate what these things are actually going to pay for before they criticize it.